Bought a new camera, FX30. A6700 meet FX30. No, he's not replacing. Don't start getting upset. He's just here because there are certain things that you've struggled with, haven't there been? There's been a few things. For example, you know what I'm like? When I do these things, the camera, it can take a few takes to get it right. You seem to get all hot-headed, demand the rest before we crack on. Whereas FX30 here keeps a cool head, just keeps working, never stops. Isn't that right? Don't get cocky. Just saying. I mean, FX30 here isn't a patch on you when it comes to taking photographs. No, you can do a burst of 11 photographs, just like that in a second. He can do one, even though he's got 2 SD card slots. I know, you'd think he'd be able to do more than one a second, but... So, you know, you complement each other, put it that way, alright? You're not getting replaced, you're not going to lose your job, you'll just be doing slightly different things to the same end. Now you both have exactly the same sensor. So, you know, he's not better than you, you're not better than him. Just he does video slightly better than you do. He can do it for longer. Not better, for longer. Plus, unless I'm standing right behind you, I don't know if you're working. Whereas FX30 positively lights up and tells everybody, look at me, I'm working. Which is nice, isn't it? So, there's these little differences. Nothing to get worried about. You'll both still be working all the time. I mean, he's got a lot of buttons. No, they're not. They're customizable buttons. Yes, I know yours are too, but he's got more of them, alright? Just saying. So you're going to have to work together, get along, do the best job you can, alright? Good. Now that is a thing of beauty and a joy to behold. Well, that was just a bit of fun. I don't really talk to my cameras and they don't talk to me. Shh. Now then, the FX30, why have I bought it? Well, when I started this, or started thinking about this YouTube malarkey, I obviously went on YouTube and scrolled for weeks and weeks and weeks, trying to see which camera I needed, what lenses I needed, what gear I needed, all that stuff. And the general consensus was, if you're going to go with a Sony camera, which I wanted to because the APS-C size cameras are really lightweight. They do everything I needed them to do, or what I thought I needed them to do. The quality of the footage is really good. You know, and lenses for the APS-C are much cheaper. So that's what I did, I bought the A6700. But over the last few months, maybe to do with this heat wave, I don't know. I mean, it's 28 degrees now. It just kept overheating. I mean, it's probably my fault. When I talk a camera like this, I quite often make a mistake, forget what I'm talking about, whatever, and I just keep doing it over again, and it can make for quite a long video. But yeah, it just kept overheating. And I eventually bought, you see that? That is a little Ulanzi camera fan. Just fits in the space where your screen goes, and it works really well. But it only lasts for about 45 minutes. So if I was out for the whole day, for example, I'd either have to take a power bank to charge it up, or I don't know, buy another fan. So I had two, I don't know. So I thought it'd be better to get a camera that isn't going to overheat. So the FX30. I mean, it's pretty much an A6700 with more buttons, Cine EI, and a fan, most importantly. So it's never going to overheat. So we'll try this and see how we get on with this one. Also, it's nice to have two cameras because you get different angles at the same time, don't you? So yeah, I think it's a good purchase. Obviously, I'll let you know how I'll get on with it in the future, but I mean, it's a brilliant camera and it looks great. So yeah, that's why I bought it. And while I'm on the subject of buying stuff online for cameras, when I first got the A6700, I discovered that you needed to either charge the battery in the camera, which I'm never really happy about. Plus, if you've got more than one battery, you need a battery charger really. So I did a bit of research and I bought this, which is the K&F Concept dual USB charger. And it was great. It worked fine for about 4 months. And then for some reason, it just didn't. You plug it in, it's got two little lights here. I don't know if you can see that at the top. These two little lights here. They just flickered and the batteries wouldn't charge. So I was a bit upset with that. And I got it on Amazon. So I contacted them and they said, no, you've got to speak to K&F Concept. And I thought, oh, you know what? I'll just buy a different charger. Take the hit. But I put a review on Amazon saying that I wasn't happy, that it only lasted 4 months, and I was a bit disappointed. And that was it. Got the new charger worked fine, so everybody's happy. Then about a month later, I received an email from K&F Concept saying, we've seen your review on Amazon. Very sorry for what's happened. You know, we take pride in our products, all that stuff, and we like to make it right. So would you be willing to A, accept a full refund, B, we'll send you out another new battery charger, or you know, what do you want to do? So I said, yeah, that's fine, just send me a new charger. My wife has the Sony A7 IV, which uses the same batteries, so she can use that charger, save using mine. Then they sent me another email saying, can you confirm that your batteries still work and that the charger didn't corrupt them or something? So I was like, no, the batteries are fine. And then about 2 days later, I got the new charger. You know, it's got all the bits in, cable, charging cable, etc. So, you know, I think that's really good for a company to do that. They didn't have to reach out. I didn't ask them to. I didn't contact them. They contacted me. But, you know, in today's day and age, these companies tend to get a bad name. They'll just sell you stuff, and if it breaks, it breaks. Tough. But they reached out. K&F Concept. I mean, and this isn't sponsored at all. I wasn't asked to make this video or anything. But yeah, I think it's a good thing that companies like that would reach out and say, look, let's make it right. Which they did. So brilliant. Just thought I'd mention that one. Okay, the other thing I was going to... Oh yeah, so last video I showed you how I adapted my waterproof case to fit all my cameras in 2 tiers. And I told you that I wasn't happy with the foam on the top tier, that pluck foam they call it. I thought it was too soft and it kept deforming and stuff. So I've changed the top foam in it now. I've used some shadow foam. So let me show you that. Yeah, so this is shadow foam. And it's much, much firmer than the stuff that was in there. This, on the last one, I had to put tape all the way around the outside to stop these bits from bending out with the weight of the cameras, etc. But this one, this stuff is really firm and strong, and it looks cool too. You can get all different colours. This is the blue interior, I think you can see that, but you can get it with green, yellow, red, orange, whatever. So yeah, good stuff. You've got to cut out the shapes yourself, you can't just pluck it out obviously, but it's not too difficult as long as you get some sharp blades, and I think it's done a good job. Well, happy with that. So there you go, shadow foam. Well, that's about it for this week. I just thought I should explain to people why I've bought the FX30, other than the fact I can't afford an FX3 or an FX5. Be nice though. Anyway, I've got to sort this lot out. This pile of sticks is a vintage chair, one of my wife's purchases. For those that don't know, she dabbles in antiques and vintage stuff, and I get to repair them and she gets to sell them and keep the profit. This one needs a bit in here, so I've bought a piece of elm, very nice. So I'll cut a sliver off and put it in there, fit it all together, hopefully. If there's anybody wants me to do a particular thing, storage or something for cameras that I could make, or that you'd want to see me try and make, let me know in the comments. But until then, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll be back for another one. See you then.